Good morning, Tolulokpe. You are welcome.
Good morning, ma. Good morning, everybody.
You're
Good
welcome.
morning.
Yes, ma'am. Trust we all had a wonderful night rest.
Yes.
We thank God.
Okay. Thank you for having us today again.
And thank you for coming. They say
Uh-huh.
you can have a party, invite people, and nobody comes.
We don't have a choice. We are the one looking for something. Thank you so much, ma.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
So, good morning once again, and let me introduce myself again. My name is Alero Biniti, a lead coach for women in digital business, an initiative by ITCILO and Microsoft Philanthropies. It's 5 minutes past, so I think we are good to start. You are all welcome. And today we are on session 8. Today is session 8, and we'll be looking at shipping and delivering goods, how you ship your goods after your customer has ordered, and how you go about delivering them. So I believe we should have gone through the module. I would like to know what you learned from the self-guided module. Share with us, please. Anything that stood out from the self-guided module? We're on module 4 now. And I think maybe Tolulope's network has thrown her out. So we're only 3 again. Should I wait till, okay, she's back. I asked a question, what did you learn from the self-guided module? What can you share from what you learned? No one is ready to share anything. Nothing stood out. Or we haven't had time to go through the self-guided module.
Ma, hello, ma.
Yeah, okay.
When you're talking about the self-guided, are you talking about the WIDB Learn or WIDB Start?
I think it's the start we are doing now. Is it?
Yes, ma. Yes.
So we're supposed to look at module 4. From our,
Yes. I think I just started
timetable.
module 4 last night.
Yes, from our timetable, we're to look at module 4. So since you've gone through module 4, and I'm just going to come and, highlight 1 or 2 things from that module. I'd like to know your own, what stood out for you when you went through module 4.
Well, I just started because I needed to do my task 3 assignments yesterday. So along with that, I just said, let me just go through what is actually module 4. So not that I really went into it deep.
Okay.
So it's just talking about adapting other business processes.
Okay, so nothing in particular stood out.
Nothing that I can remember for now. Like
Okay.
I said, it's not something deep. I just went through the course, the lessons. I like going through the lessons just to have a foresight of what I'll be expecting too.
Okay.
Nothing deep. But so far for other modules, just like I said, I think what stood out for me is the fact that the self-guided learning itself is very explanatory. It's they really it really came down to our level. Me, I really understood very well.
Okay.
You understand? There are some self-guided learning courses you take, and then you still continue to rack your brain, with maybe the use of English and stuff like that. But this is self-explanatory enough, And then I like that it's not even, maybe I would say this is the first time I'm going through a non-video course, a non-video self-guided learning course. So I think I really appreciate the way it's being done and the way it's been easy to assimilate stuff. So, and just like I also said, I appreciate the fact that I didn't shut out my being enthusiastic or being open to learning new things, because I've been able to learn new things that I've not even heard about before. I've done two courses on digital marketing, business learning, stuff like that. But at least one is learning new things every day. So those are my key takeaway and the things that stood out for me.
Okay. Thank you very much for sharing your
Yes.
experience. So, handling and shipping, what do you understand by when you hear handling and shipping? What comes to your mind? What do you understand by handling your product and shipping your product? Please, I would love us to participate. Anything that comes to your mind, you just say it, you know.
Okay, good
Hello, ma.
morning, ma.
Good morning.
Yes, ma.
Good morning,
Okay,
Favor.
yes, ma. I understand handling as when an order comes in and I do it in such a way that that's what the customer wants. That's actually what that's the product, the exact one the customer wants. Then I understand shipping as after packaging what the customer wants, or making sure that this is what the customer wants, then I send it to him or her through dispatch or any other means of getting to person.
Thank you, Favor. Hello, Ma, you were
Good
going
morning.
to say something.
Myself?
Yes, ma.
Yeah. So for me, handling, what I understand handling to be is the way the order is being, shall I say, it's being packaged. Because you have to know there's some products that they will be, the way it is being labeled, there are some that will be heavy, and they have to indicate that, while some will be fragile. So they will also indicate it so that they will know how it is being carried about.
Okay, thank you very much for sharing. Any other person? Your understanding of handling and shipping. Maybe me before, when I used to hear shipping, I thought it meant the goods are going by ship on the lighter side. You know, when you see all this, when you go online and they say shipping, maybe what used to click in my brain then was, oh, okay, so these goods are going by ship. So let's look at what happens after an order. After an order has come, you've received the order, and how you go about delivering the order to the customer. Let me ask again. After you've got an order, you've completed, like for those who produce what has been ordered, you've completed the order. What next do you do? How do you go about sending it to your your customer who ordered the product? What steps do you take in your business right now? You know, please share with me your own steps. You've completed the order, and it's now time for the customer to get his or her order. What do you do? Are we around? Nobody's ready to share?
Hello.
Okay, please go ahead.
For me, basically nothing major. When an order is made, then I supply, then I make an invoice, then I
Okay.
deliver.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
You make the invoice, okay, after supplying or before supplying?
No, I will make it before. I will make it and go with it when I'm delivering.
Okay. So that's your own process. So any other person? Okay, so now if someone has ordered a product online and you've completed the order, and now the steps, the proper steps to take, the person ordered an item. The first thing is, okay, you go and mark that item as it has been ordered, someone has ordered it, so that another person won't come and order the same item. You know that, especially online, it's not a physical one-to-one. You are not there to tell the person, oh, this thing, they've already bought it, it's no longer in the shop. So it must be marked as gone.
Okay.
If not, another person can come for that same product. And if you don't have more than one of it available, then you would run into problems. You won't be able to deliver. So for example, there's this business, Niger Essential Oils or Essentials. The business does skincare products. So a customer visited their website, ordered 250 mils of shea butter moisturizing lotion. And Niger Essential Oils, the first thing she will go and do is she will go to her inventory system and ensure that 250 mils is reserved for that customer that has ordered, so that somebody else doesn't take it. Then she will create an invoice. In this invoice, she will detail the name of the product, the price of the product, and she will put the customer's information. If there is any tax that is to be included, she will include the tax and shipping fees. Shipping now refers to her sending what it will cost her to send it to the customer. So this process can also be digitized. The beginning of this session, we talked about digitizing your process. So even the process of generating an invoice, the process of marking your inventory system, the process of marking it ordered in your inventory system, this whole process can be digitized as well. Then next, she will go and handle and package that product. What she'll do, she'll pack it in a way that is consistent to her brand, to what she represents, what she wants her customer, how she wants her customer to see her. So she already has some set guidelines on how she packages her product that will represent her brand. And then she will make sure that it's a lotion. There's a possibility it can spill. So she will make sure that her packaging is done. That bottle, when it was made packaged, when the shea lotion was put in it, it was sealed in a way that it would not leak. Now, it is not only a lotion, it is placed in a bottle. She decided that she did not want to be using plastic bottles, but she wants to use, it's a glass bottle, so it can break. So there's a need for her to wrap that bottle in a way that between her shop and the customers, where the customer has asked that the product be delivered, that bottle will not break. So she would wrap it, and she might have to put it in a sturdy box, all to prevent the product from breaking. Meanwhile, one of her strong points in her branding is that she says she's eco-friendly. So because she's been, she shouts it that she's eco-conscious, she's an eco-friendly business, the kind of tissue she uses to wrap her product, the kind of packaging she uses, she ensures that it is also an eco-friendly one. That something that truly represents her brand. And then when she's put it in this box, she uses a tape to seal it. And on this tape, you have it written, Essential, Naija Essentials logo is there. You know, Naija Essentials, Naija Essentials. So anybody who sees it would immediately know this product is from her. She has also put a business card inside. And that business card, she puts a promo code telling the customer that, well, if you come back, I'll give you a discount. Since you bought this one, the next item you are coming for, I'm going to give you a discount of so amount or so percentage. It's there in the packaging inside the box. She has also added a flyer into that box. That flyer has information of other products that she sells. A small flyer. And she now packages it, takes it to the shipping company. And this shipping company she uses, she's able to track, where is the product now? And the customer also is able to track and monitor where the product is when it is in transit. And finally, the shipping company delivers the product and the order has been fulfilled. So I've given the steps or the example one company uses to deliver to in handling the product and shipping the product. I remember I bought Ankara from, not Ankara, tie and dye, somebody who makes tie and dye. And inside the package, I saw one beautiful card inside. And it was a very nice card. I kept it. What was inside? How I should take care of that adherence so that it will last. The washing instructions. But the way she put it, it was really, really the card was a very nice card. And the way the instructions were written on the printed on the card, very, very nice. When I saw it, I said, wow, this is lovely. And I kept it. I kept the card and I said, I would, it's something one should emulate. So now handling. Handling really refers to all the tasks that is involved in preparing an item for shipping. All you need to do to prepare that item for shipping. Now, that example that I gave, if you were listening, what did the person do to prepare the item for shipping?
The way it was wrapped and packaged.
Okay, the wrapping, the packaging. Any other comment on, I said some other things. What else did she do in the process of wrapping and packaging? She added some things.
Yes, the promo.
Yes, she added promo. She added one other thing. I said she also added a flyer.
Okay, yeah.
She added a flyer stating
Mentioning her other products.
Her other products. She added a flyer mentioning her other products. Yes. So how you handle an item before you ship the item. It depends on the particular item. If let's say somebody ordered, you sell sofa, that's a big item, a chair. How you will handle that sofa is different from how you will handle that small bottle, you know. Of course, you will still probably need to wrap it so that it's not destroyed in transit. And then you might not be able to wrap it yourself. So you may need to call workers to join you, you know. I want you to note that aspect that, okay, like for an item like a sofa, you couldn't do it yourself. You had to go and call workers to come and join you to wrap it up, which will mean you are incurring extra cost. If you are Madam Tolulope, you are into food, how do you handle your food or your juices so that by the time it gets to the customer, it is still fresh, it is preserved?
Okay. Just like I said, my products are 100% natural. I don't use preservatives for my products. So which means that the moment they are outside of the main preservation technique I use is freezing. So which means if they are not frozen or they are outside their safe zone, you know, it can get spoiled. So one thing I make sure to do is I make sure I ship my products in a frozen state. I try as much as possible to ship my products in a frozen state. So, and also I make use of insulated boxes or bags.
Okay, that's what I wanted to find out. So for you, you need insulated boxes or bags to for your product to get to the customer intact.
Yes, ma'am.
That is part of your handling, putting them in insulated boxes or bags so that they don't go bad during the delivery process. Princess. Hello, Princess. Are you around?
Yes, ma'am. Hi, ma'am. Around.
Okay, so sorry, what's your business again? And I would like to know your process in handling your product.
My business is event planning and decoration.
I can't hear, please.
Event planning and decoration.
Okay, event planning and decoration.
Exactly.
Yes, ma'am.
So, well, you two have some form of handling because when you are moving your items to the event center, you need to handle them
Yes,
in a way that they get there intact.
Yes, ma'am.
So what's your own process? Is there anything special you do?
Not quite. I just have the items I use for my decoration. It is the decoration work, and then there's a van to convey them to the venue. And there are people I have other helping and saying on how to do event to assist in setting up. So it's more of services that I just render.
Okay. So, Karen, how do you handle your products before they are sent out?
Good morning, ma.
Good morning.
Yes, ma. So I ensure that the items. So what we do is production of home furniture and decorative items, as well as soft furnishings. So we ensure that they are packaged in nylon bags so that they don't get stained because they are materials and they can easily get stained by oil or water or whatever the case may be. So we ensure that they are well packaged in those nylon bags, and ask the clients for maybe preference of how they want it shipped, depending on the location. So the location sometimes also determines how they will be packaged at the end of the day. If they are going a long distance, then it means that we have to do a more lasting packaging, sometimes in GMGs, sometimes in cartons, so that they are preserved and presented, they get to the location in a very good condition.
Okay, thank you. Madam Hamdat, please, what's your business and how do you handle your product? If you are into product, if you are into service, then that's a bit different. Are you here? Okay, no response. So maybe she. So now we've discussed handling. And so like we said, if you are into food, the way you package your food, you have to ensure that your food gets to the customer in the right condition. They need to be kept at the right temperature during delivery. So shipping means dispatching the order to the buyer. If you sell online, you may be selling to customers from all over the world. And so shipping cost would vary. How much to ship to, even within Nigeria, if you are selling just within Nigeria, shipping cost will vary. Even within a city, shipping costs vary. And then you also need to note that hello?
Yeah, ma.
Okay. You also need to note that depending on what you are selling, there are some places that there's restriction. You can't ship flammable products, batteries that contain lithium or some kind of gases or chemical products. There's a restriction for the carriers. So all these things have to be noted on your type of business. Now, I don't think we've had occasions of return. The customer wants to return. But when you are doing international business, in Nigeria, I don't know, I don't think we have that law in place. Even if it's in place, it's not enforced. The right of the customer in most of the Western world is that the customer has right to return the product if they feel there's something wrong with the product. They have a right to return it. So I don't think that is being enforced in Nigeria now. So if we are doing international trade, we have to be very cautious on that, because I know somebody who shipped who shipped something to the UK. She got an order from the UK. The person that ordered had complaints and said she's returning it. The cost of returning it, and then the cost of returning it is going to be on you, the seller. So these are things you should look into, because there are regulations in those countries that guarantee the rights of these customers that they can return the products. So you have to, if you are into international business, please make sure that you look into that so that you don't run into loss at any time. Find a way of developing your own return policy. So now we come to what we'll call shipping policy. What would one call a shipping? What are the elements of a shipping policy? What is a shipping policy? When you are thinking of your shipping policy, you are now thinking, okay, this thing, this product I want to send to the customer. How am I going to, the cost associated with sending it to the customer? Who is going to take the cost? Is it going to be charged separately? Or is it going to be part of the cost of manufacturing the product, whereby it's inbuilt, you know? And these are things that you need to think about. The handling cost. You are in business to make profit. So everything you do, every cost associated with your business, it must be part of your costing. So because of that, you have to consider it. Okay, now let me ask, when you ship your liquid, when you send your liquid soap for delivery, which is the same thing as shipping, who pays the cost? Is it part of? Sorry?
I do the delivery. It's part of the sale.
Okay. So do you add it as an extra item in the invoice, delivery, this amount?
No.
Okay, but you have calculated it as part of your cost?
Yes.
Okay, so that's one example. Karen, how do you handle your own process? Is she there? Okay.
Hello, ma, sorry.
I said, how do you handle your own process? Who pays the cost? The cost of handling and the cost of shipping, is it inbuilt into the cost of the product, or is a separate cost you give right in your invoice?
So most times it's inbuilt in the cost of the products, but sometimes the location, maybe if it's within where I am, the client handles the cost of the delivery by himself. So I just tell you so dispatch rider is bringing it, and this is the amount they are requesting, and then the person settles it.
Okay, thank you. Gloria Usman, are you a service business or a product business?
Service business, ma.
Okay, you're into photography. I hope I've got it right or?
Yes, you're correct, ma.
Yes, you're into photography. So
yes, ma.
Okay, you have a studio and you
yes.
also cover events.
Yes.
So now, to cover events, I guess the cost of moving your equipment to go and cover the event, you've built it into your costing.
Yes, yes.
The service you render.
Yes.
Because yours is a different scenario now, because it's a service business, but you are not left out.
Yes, ma.
So now, let's say you are online and somebody contacts you. So all that, by the time you are telling the person, all that is factored into, when you are giving the person an invoice, all that, you're moving your equipment and all is factored into the cost.
Yes, into the cost. Yes, ma.
Okay. So now when you want to even choose how your products are delivered, there are a lot of things you should consider. The price, and I'm sure you already do that because you are business people, you know, the pickup times, the places the courier can deliver, experience in delivering your product. like Tolulokpe that does juices, if she's going to use a delivery person, she must ensure there is a delivery that has this insulated, what will I call them, boxes to deliver her product so that they don't go bad on the way. So a delivery, a delivery, what do they call them? Business that doesn't have such insulated boxes, she shouldn't go for them. I just want to highlight a few points that depending on your business, make sure that whoever you are using is somebody that would ensure your products get to the customer in the right condition. So, and then time frame. There should be people that are reliable. If they say it's going to get there in 1 hour, 2 hours, 1 day, 2 days, they must be reliable people. So your customers see you as reliable. Has anybody taken insurance based on their product? I mean, insurance for delivery. Has anybody insured their product?
No.
Okay. Do you
No,
think
ma.
it's
No.
You have not? So do you think it's a necessary process?
Yes.
It's quite necessary, especially, you know, one thing, most SMEs, they don't understand the power of insurance. We don't pray to have mishaps, but there's always that it could happen, you know. And these insurance policies, they are not much. You might just have to pay extra 100 or 200 or 1,000, but at least it makes it, you are safe that if peradventure anything happens, you don't lose all your money. I know that God is good, that's GIG. They ask you when you go and you want to deliver, you want them to courier goods for you, they ask you, do you want insurance on it? We should always consider that insurance is for that rainy day. We know we pray against rainy day, but sometimes things happen, and that way you don't lose all your money. And then if you are doing international shipping, you need to know custom duties, taxes, and like I said before, restrictions, international restrictions, things that cannot be shipped to such places. And then when you are packaging, I think somebody mentioned it before. If your product is fragile, it must be listed. If it's fragile, it must be listed. Now, does anybody have a cancellation? Let's say somebody has placed an order and decides to cancel. Do you have any policy on that? Or has anybody experienced that? The customer has placed an order and then later says, okay, I'm canceling. None of us have had that experience. So by the time you start online business, you need to have such policies in place, because people can place an order and then you start and then they say they cancel. You want to say something, Karen? Okay, I thought you.
Yes, ma, you were asking, sorry, network is quite very slow. You were asking if we've had the experience of somebody placing an order and canceling.
Yes.
So trying to respond that, yes, I have had that experience. Somebody placed an order and canceled after, I think, about 2 days or so. And I started going through the process of producing. I am a product business. So we had started going around to try and meet up with the order when the person changed her mind and cancelled the order. Luckily, we had not produced the items yet, but we don't have that policy in place. So I think this would really be interesting to know who carries the weight of the loss.
So, you know, these are some of the ways you as a business owner can help reduce loss in your business, because people can come, place an order, and then they change their mind. And that's why, you know, let me give examples for tailors, small tailors. They won't even start, or many of these businesses, when you go and meet them, I want this, they will tell you, unless you bring 80%, they don't have a physical, a written policy. But their own policy is, okay, unless you bring 80% of this thing, I'm not starting. Because they understand that's their own policy. But even though it's not written, they understand that until you bring that money, you haven't made a commitment, and you can any day say, I'm not doing it again. So they don't go ahead. And sometimes these things are learned by experience. But when you're dealing in a formal setting, you know, these ones is just informal. There's no, you didn't give an invoice. But when you are dealing with in a formal setting, you have to make all these things known. It must be written. I will not start the production until this amount is given to me. If you cancel after you have placed the order, this is what will happen. You know, everything should be made clear so that there'll be no dispute. It will reduce the potential of dispute. And likewise, even the cost of shipping, delivery, it should be made clear to your customer so that you reduce misunderstandings and you reduce this dispute. Always be clear in your messaging. Be clear let everything be known. As best as possible, let everything be written, not verbal, so that whenever there's dispute, you can bring up what is written and said, this is what we agreed on. And you are able to resolve issues easily. So now, terms and conditions. Terms and conditions. What do we understand by terms and conditions? Do you have any terms and conditions in place in your own business? Have you listed terms and conditions concerning how you relate with your customer?
No.
No? Okay. Have you gone to any business and you've noticed their own terms and conditions, even a physical business?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Give an example, please.
Like, for instance, supermarkets.
Yes.
Our own terms and conditions might be any goods that you bought after payments that you can't return it.
Thank you. Very common in supermarkets. Any goods bought after payment, you can't return it. Any other example of terms and conditions we see around?
I think that terms and conditions, they're like rules and regulations that businesses use to protect themselves from losing either money or goods. And I think from the example of the supermarket, they have even rules that apply and say you can't eat or you start using a product until you have paid for it. So you can't open it.
Yes, thank you. That's another term and condition.
Then I also have another example, schools. They will tell you that school fees paid is non-refundable.
Aha, thank you. That's another term and condition. Any other example?
We have one for my business, and we request for 80% down payment before we start processing an order.
Okay, that's one. One popular one that I see everywhere, cars are parked at
Owner's risk.
owner's risk. Businesses put it up, there are quite a number of terms and conditions that businesses use to protect themselves from legal issues. And then secondly, to set clear expectations for the customer and to limit liability in case of dispute. Some businesses too, they say items dropped, maybe in a supermarket. You are not allowed to carry the item inside, but they still write there, items dropped are at your own owner's risk. So that if you left your item at wherever they said keep items, they won't be held liable for it. So basically, terms and conditions are what you put in place to protect you as a business. Now, for a website or for online, because we are looking at online trading, for online trading, you also have your own terms and conditions that you need to let your customers know about. You have your product, terms on how the product will be delivered. If you need to return or refund, you should let it, if the customer wants to make returns or they want refunds, all these things must be made known. Then intellectual property of your business, it must be your business trademark. Concerning that, your website or whatever, your e-commerce store, all that are part of what you need to let people know about. I wanted us to go into breakout rooms, but I won't do that because I've heard that the internet is poor, so I don't want us to go into the room and only one person is there at the end of the day talking. We'll look at, I'll share websites, and then we'll look at what they have put up, what they have communicated as their terms and conditions. But one thing you must note, when you are creating terms and conditions, use clear language, make it simple, what people can understand. And then it must be such that it's specific to your own business. And display it in a way that it is seen. Your terms and conditions should be displayed in a way that it is seen. The customer will not say, I did not see it. So these are some of the simple things that you should put in place in your business. So let me share my screen. We'll look at one or two businesses and their own terms and conditions. So like I have said, in summary, you as a business owner, you will need to create terms and conditions for returns, for shipping, handling, and other policies in your business. But now we want to look at examples based on websites. Let's look at some websites and their terms and conditions. So I'll share my screen on those websites. You give me 1 minute, please. Open up the.
I came to your office.
Okay, can you see the website on my screen now?
Yes, ma'am. Rough
Okay.
and tumble.
Rough and tumble.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is their, when you type in their address, this is what you see. Sorry, I'm using a second screen for this. So I'm scrolling down, and at the bottom, that's where we see their useful links. Privacy policy. Let me click on it. This, can you see what's written there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We value the trust you place in us. Okay. Then collection of personally identifiable information and other information. Most times when we go to websites, for some websites, they will first say, we'll see something flashing. This website collects cookies. They are collecting information. And there's that, they want you to accept their terms if you want to continue browsing. We see that often on websites. So this one says it takes your data and what she uses the data for. Sharing of personal information. Most times, we the buyer or the visitor of the website, we don't even bother looking into the terms and conditions. She's talking of links to other sites, choice to opt out and all that, because I think you can log in and become, there's a membership login. Your consent. So these are some of what she has, her privacy policy. Let me go back. And once again, at the bottom, at her footer, she has her shipping policy. And we can see it says last updated. Can you see it?
Yes.
Last updated March 2024. So these are her shipping policies. Location, shipping fee. In Lagos, I think she charges a flat rate of 4,000. That's what she has written here. But outside Lagos, depends on DHL shipping rates. So anybody that wants to buy from her outside Lagos should know that it's DHL she uses to ship. She has stated it there. Then free delivery within Nigeria on orders above 200,000 naira. For international orders, she has standard shipping cost within 2 kg. She has put the weight. She has stated the weight. So you can't buy something of 10 kg and expect it to be shipped at standard shipping cost. You know, delivery within Lagos State up to 24 to 48 hours. She has stated the time of delivery. Delivery outside Lagos State takes up to 2 to 5 working days. So she's made everything clear here. You can't hold her liable for, let's say you buy, okay, delivery for international package will take up to 3 to 4 weeks. Then you buy something online from her. They are based in Lagos. They have shops, retail shops in Abuja and elsewhere. And then you buy something in the UK from her and expect it to come in a week's time. She has stated there that it takes up to 3 to 4 weeks, you know. And then she also has local in-store pickup. I think this is a good example of shipping policy. Someone who has clearly outlined her shipping policy. Let me look at the other website I clicked on. I think these ones, they make artisan handmade products. Let's go down to the bottom. Can you see at the tail bottom, the person has refund policy, privacy policy, terms of service, shipping policy at the tail bottom of the website. Let me look at the refund policy. Refund policy. Returns, our policy lasts 30 days. If 30 days have gone by since your purchase, unfortunately, we can't offer you a refund or exchange. So this person has made it clear. Refunds, if applicable, so it means there are some things that is not applicable. It cannot be refunded. Then you have sale items. Items on sale cannot be refunded. She has made it, the person has made it clear. Okay, exchanges, if applicable, they will replace items that are defective or damaged. So contact us for return label. We can send one to you. That is free to use for exchanges. So these are things to consider. The person wants to return it, but you are the one going to pay for the return. You may wonder, is this necessary for me? There is a way it will apply to your own business. It might not be on the level or scale of this other person's business, but it's for you to understand the different types of policies that you need to put in place in your e-commerce store. So here is privacy policy, the information they collect and all that. And then terms of service. So most times when we see all these things, we don't even bother reading. Number one, these ones are even, the print is even big. Some others, the prints are so tiny that before we even read, we've already clicked the checkbox. I've read and understood the terms and conditions so that we can move forward. Quite often, that's what we end up doing online. But the businesses have done that to protect themselves. And you as a business owner must do likewise. As relating to your own business or service. So here is their shipping policy. Standard shipping, they've put the cost. And it is based on how much product the person bought. So everything is made plain and clear to the customer. Now, why do you need to go into this length? Why do you need to make all these things clear to the customer? I'm asking, it's a question now. why should you as a business owner let the customer know all these things?
So that if something happens, the customer will not claim not to be aware. Because sometimes they will tell you,
Thank you.
oh, I didn't know. So, and then you now have to start speaking English. But when they are aware from the beginning, it saves time, it saves you from having a clash or disagreements between two of you.
Okay, thank you very much. So it's to protect you from, and is to prevent a situation where there's a clash.
And it makes your business authentic too.
Thank you.
Take you serious.
Okay, we'll all give you a big clap for that one. Oh. It makes people to take you as a serious business, and it makes them trust you more. Thank you very much. My screen is saying your screen sharing is paused, and I'm struggling to see where to unpause it. Let me stop it. Okay, and then share it again. So all these things are most necessary to build trust and make people see us as a reliable business. I'm struggling with my computer screen, please excuse me. Okay, I've seen it. So you can see the screen that is shared now. Thank you. Clear terms and conditions create trust, and that way we're able to avoid conflict. We have come to the conclusion of this portion of the session. It's quite a short session, but I want to know what you've learned, what your own take concerning your business. What we've learned today, your take concerning your business.
Come again, ma'am.
I said, after what we've learned today, what are you going to implement in your business? What do you think you can implement in your business now?
For me, the terms and conditions is necessary.
Okay, so you'll see how the terms and conditions, the policies you will develop and put in your business. Okay, now let's look at your packaging. Let's look at how you package your business. What can you know, I gave examples. You state your business, and then I would like everybody on the call to give ways you can package your business that improve your branding, improve the customer's perception of your business and all that. So you can start, Ma. Let us know what your business is so that people can come in and say one or two things, what you could do.
Okay. Yeah, I deal with I produce liquid soap and disinfectants.
Okay, so presently, how do you package it?
For first timers, I use for new customers, I use 1 liter bottle, but for old customers, I package 10 liter, 25 liters, depending on their order.
Okay, so now what you are packaging, I mean, 10 liters, 25 liters is not what we are going to put inside a paper bag. The 1 liter can go into a bag.
Yes.
The bag that you put it, is there anything special about the bag, or it's just?
It's just plain. It's only on the bottle that I have the label.
Okay, you have your labels on your bottle.
Yes.
Okay, so, and the 10 and the 25 liters, do you have your labels on the bottle, on the gallons?
No, not really. It's only on before I used to do 5 liters. I still put the label on 5 liters too. But for the 10 and 25 liters, no.
Okay.
Because they are repetitive customers that orders those ones. So
Okay.
they already know.
Okay. So I want from the call, ask her questions. Anything you can ask her. Yes, Gloria, your hand. Oh, okay, I thought your hand was up. Ask her questions on her packaging, on her shipping.
I would like to ask if there have been cases of leakage and how she handles them.
Thank you.
Okay. Actually, because the kind of bottles I use are already, it already has a proof at the mouth. So there's no issue of leakages. But if normally I do within my environment, I've not been shipping to distant location. But in case of that, then there's this tamper proof that you can use on the bottle, the mouth of the bottle to prevent.
Okay, so there's a tamper proof you used on the mouth. Any other person that wants to ask a question or give a suggestion concerning how she can best package her product? Okay, so can we have another person on call talk about? Gloria, please, you are a service business, so I want to hear from you because your
Okay.
case is different.
So I'm a photographer,
Yes.
and the way I pack, like I think the main area where we do delivery is when we cover events, and we need to make photo books, or
Okay.
when
Photo books.
there are large printings for like souvenirs.
Okay.
Deliver. So those are the areas where we make deliveries.
So how do you handle your photo books?
Okay, we have a bag. The way we package it, our name is on the bag. We have already produced it's like a leather bag. How would I put it? Paper bag.
Okay.
Yes, that we make. Our name is on it, so we put the photo book inside, wrap it up, especially if it's going to a far location. We wrap it up and we send it over.
Okay. So would anybody like to ask any question concerning her own business or give a suggestion? Are we around? Karen, Princess, Favor, Tolulope?
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm saying, are we here? Any question for her concerning her business? How she handles her product on delivery, for shipping?
No idea, ma.
No idea. Okay. So now, okay, she's told us she puts it in branded bags. So that way there's some form of advertisement. From what we've learned, what other thing and what else can she do? From what we learned today, what else can she do? Apart
She
from
can put how to handle how to protect the photo book, maybe ways or methods or where to put it so that it doesn't get spoiled easily. Then also she can also put probably maybe like a business card that also displays other things, that explains other things that she do. And also she can also do like a promo that, okay, your next order, you're going to get so and so % off and stuff like that.
Thank you very much, ma. Gloria,
Yes, ma'am.
what do you think of her suggestion?
Yes, it's a good one. Actually, on the bag, bag we use to package for delivery,
Yes.
our contact is there, our brand name is there,
Yes.
and the only information that is left out that I think I understand now is the area of listing the services I offer, at least so that when you see it, you know that there are other things too that you can get from me, not just the photo.
Yes.
Not
And she also
photo.
mentioned that you could also tell your customer how to best take care of that photo.
Okay, yes, ma. That one too, very important. Yes, ma.
Okay. Okay. So, Princess. Princess, are you on call? Okay, Karen. I think Karen has spoke. Favor. Have we heard Favor's voice today? Favor. I know Karen and Favor are in the same business, or doing the same business. Okay, Karen. Share your
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Share your business so that let's have people suggest what you could also do.
On packaging and handling.
Yes, on packaging and handling.
Okay. So since we produce soft furnishings and makeup accessories and items that could be used for decorations at home, arts and crafts and souvenirs, we usually put them in like packaged nylon bags, these beautiful transparent nylon bags that they are see-through, so you're able to see what is inside. And for the accessories, they are packed in sometimes a box, like just a small box, maybe like earrings and necklaces, they're packed in a box to prevent foliage or tempering from maybe the weather, rain, water, oil, or whatever. And then there's usually a card slipped into each item that has the name of the business, phone number, contact, address even, and other things that we do. And I think taking a hint from what was said just for Gloria, who does photography, maybe we could add, I don't know how we would put that, but I don't know if we can add how the things can be handled. But there are things that people use every day. So, and we are like a business to customer kind of business. So customers already know how to handle, that's what I think anyway. They already know how to handle these things. I don't know if.
Are you sure? So now, if your laptop bag, can they be washed?
Oh, okay.
Eh?
Okay.
So these
Yes.
are things you should look at,
Okay.
like how they can take care of the product. They go and put that laptop bag in water. Do you think it will come out?
No.
Eh?
It won't come out. It won't come out well.
Okay. So these are things you should consider. You know, the discussion, like today's discussion, wasn't a long one, but it's the practical aspect that is important. That's what is important in today's session. How can you apply it to your business? Madam Tolulope, we know you make juices, and she has told us.
I'm here, ma.
Yes, you've even told us at the start that you use you put them
Naturals.
in cooler bags
Coated
or what do they call containers that can cool them.
Insulated bags.
Yes. So apart from that, let's know more about how you handle your products for shipping and what else can be done. People can come up with suggestions, even suggestions that might not even be amongst what I listed. You know, it's supposed to be a brainstorming session where we help one another and come up with ideas on how we can do things better.
Okay. For me, the bottles that I use are plastic bottles that have tamper-proof seals already.
Okay.
So I have nylons which I pack them. Because of the I also package in 12s and 6. And I have these nylons that I use to seal and pack them using my heat gun. You understand? So that's the way I pack it. And if that doesn't work or if it's not available, I use my normal white nylon. I make sure it is white. I don't use any other color. So I pack my drinks, I package my drinks in there. And just like I said, inside an insulated bag. And then with strict instructions and a lot of abeg to the dispatch rider that is transporting them down to the customer to get them down to the customer as quick as possible.
Okay.
So
yours,
those are the things
your own
I
issue
do.
is time.
Yes.
Okay. So there's no issue of spillage on the way.
No, there's no issue of spillage from my hand.
Okay.
But I've experienced one time an incident one time like that, in which probably the dispatch rider fell or met with an accident on the road, and then the contents of his box spilled on the road.
Okay.
Then he packed them up, and so stupid of him, he didn't bother to clean or even take them somewhere to even clean the bottles. So while my Greek yogurt bowls, those ones got broken. So the Greek yogurt, the Greek yogurt spilled. There was spillage, you know. It was messy. That was messy. Then the juice bottles too. They all had sand, you know, like something that has been rubbed inside sand. And the guy was so stupid that he went to deliver just like that. So just, if not that the customer actually trusted me, you know, had and then we've also worked together for a long while. You know, that would have just been the end of whatever business relationship we had. But then afterwards she came. So when she received our goods, you know, she told me what state they are in. In fact, she actually took pictures, and thank God I had pictures. I usually have picture evidence when I'm packing orders, or video evidence of when I'm packing orders, how they left my place. So that was when I started sending them to her, you know, and with a lot of apologies and stuff like that. And that was how we ended that phase, you know, that incident. So, but then what the dispatch rider did was he kept insisting that was the way I packed juices with dirt all around them. He insisted. He was telling the customer that was the way I packed for him, that nothing happened on the road. I just left him. I asked him, but I spoke to his boss, and since then I've not had such issues again. But the issue of timing, getting orders late to customers is what I really face in the business. So
your narration has brought up something.
Okay.
Your goods encountered an accident. So who would suffer the loss now?
Well, nothing.
In this situation, that maybe there was.
I actually proposed to the customer that I'll be replacing the Greek yogurt bowls that got smashed.
Okay.
That got broken. So, but then because we had, you know, because of the kind of relationship we've shared over the years, she insisted that no, I shouldn't worry, that it's fine. You know, that it's fine, I shouldn't worry, blah, blah, blah. And that was how we ended it. But nothing happened to the juice, just that the bottles were dirty. So she only had to wash them up ourselves and then store them right inside the freezer afterwards. But those Greek yogurt bowls, they were not salvageable. There was nothing she could do to them. In fact, the plastics were broken, the yogurts with the nylons were stained, all sorts. So I proposed that I was going to send. And if she had even agreed, the loss is going to be on me. I'm going to bear the loss.
So that is where, now this might be a small isolated case, but as business owners, we should always think of the insurance option. The dispatch, the courier service you are using, maybe right now they are a small one and they don't have options of I
think I actually told the boss that I'm going to make another one and he will take it there. And that cost of delivery, they will be the one to bear it. And she already agreed with me.
Okay.
It's not that the customer insisted that no, that I shouldn't worry.
Okay.
So the cost of another production is going to be on me, while the cost of delivery is going to be on those logistics company. That was what we agreed on.
Okay. So, well, that is a form of insuring yourself if you come to agreement with the delivery company. So these are things you should all look into. You know, if you are using a delivery company, let it be known. I mean, even though it's a small delivery company, in case of anything happening, what happens? Who bears the loss? What are they? It's not, it shouldn't end up with sorry. Let all these things be made known from the beginning. The bigger delivery companies, they have it there. They would even ask you, as you are sending that product, are you taking insurance? They ask you right away. Well, when dealing with smaller delivery companies, I suggest that you go into conversation with them on issues like this. What happens when this happens? If there's an incident, who takes responsibility? So please always go into discussion with them. Don't leave things to chance. That is why it's good to be informed, you know. and then with that, you become proactive. Okay, how do we avoid such things? So thank you everyone for joining this session. And we are gradually coming to the end of the fundamentals. This is the beginning. It's like the foundation of our digital journey. The important thing is for us to get the foundation right, and then we are able to build upon it. So thank you all for joining, and I wish you a good day.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you, ma. Thank you for your time, ma.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma. Thank
All
you,
right.
and God bless you.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
And you too, ma.
All right. Bye.
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 Talk.